All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol TSLA, Tesla Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to state to all my first-time viewers and investors, welcome to my channel. And to my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump in to this chart. So Tesla currently is in a recovery state, right? It actually fell, and as we see it in a much more broader spectrum of everything, it had hit higher resistance levels before the recovery we're in right now. But Tesla is working its way up in a healthy manner to come back to newer points. So you can see that the low here was around 308, and then the next low here was around 352, and it's working its way up. But if you can see here, and this is something that's coming to point out, and I'm noticing in the chart in the last couple of days, and now more than recently than before, is that it's moving in an upward direction. So yeah, I mean, up and down is going, but we're going to end up at a higher point at some point as this continues to work its way up. Yes, there was a run here, leveled off, and it dipped after battery day. The uncertainty of many investors, fear, speculation, news, and the outlook. I mean, plenty of different, variables that were contributing to that point of what happened here, right? Tesla fell, and now it's rising up again. So as I've stated in all my videos, for any first-time viewer or investor coming across my channel, 538 is a very important number right now for the bulls. They need to break through that to hit newer highs and hit new resistance levels. As well as 538 is the highest valuation of this stock. So that's something to keep in mind as well, before the split and even after. Now, the lowest point is way down here at 308, and if this was to cross 308, then the bears are actually tearing this apart and bringing it down to newer lows and new support levels. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So let's go ahead and remove these lines and zoom back in. And yes, Tesla is in a recovery state from falling to these lows after battery day at 351 and bouncing back. And here we are closing off at 429.35 above the 50-day moving average, and they were significantly above it, and now the 50-day moving average is catching up to it, and the bears can actually take advantage of that if the bulls don't come in hefty and strong, continuing to break through resistance levels. So let's zoom in here and see what's important for tomorrow. So resistance was broken through, and it just hung out above it slightly until it finally got a little bit away from it and closed off at 429.35. So let's move this resistance level to its new location and our support to its new location, which is the lowest point reached in the day. I mean, this is a very narrow stretch here, so the tug of war is going to be very interesting for tomorrow. And the reason why is because the 50-day moving average, as I stated, is catching up to the price. So the bears and the bulls are really going to be having a tug of war here to gain possession of this chart. Now, the bulls are going to need to break through resistance. They have to. It's not like let's just hang out sideways or slightly rise. No, because the 50-day moving average is actually going to continue to move its way up, and at some point, if this is just moving sideways or slightly moved up, the 50-day moving average is going to catch up to the price, and by default, getting this chart into bearish territory, now giving leverage to the bears to make this one fall to newer lows. So for the bulls to continue the run and continue to maintain leverage, they need to break through 434. They have to. I mean, no questions asked, no what ifs, what if they slightly get close to it? No. The bulls need to break through 434, which is the highest point, and there was a rejection formed there because they hit close to the 50-day moving average and had a run. And that's the highest point of that run, and it quickly got rejected and leveled off. in a sideways manner and closed off at 429.35. So the bulls need to break through 434.13 to break through it, turn it into a support, and hit newer highs and new resistance levels to continue this momentum and work themselves further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. So our 50-day moving average is 423.60. I'd write that down. As long as the bulls are above that, they're in full control and they're actually in a healthy position to continue to stay in bullish territory. The moment that gets crossed and we're on our way down to newer lows, then the bears have gained leverage and now we're in bearish territory. So the bears have their goals too, and they're going to want to actually break through support. If they accomplish breaking through support, which is 425.35, I'd pay very close attention to the behavior of this stock. How quickly is it moving to newer lows? How quickly is it moving closer to the 50-day moving average? Because, yes, it can break through the support of 425.35 and hang out between the 50-day moving average and support, and we're still in bullish territory. And the bulls can reappear and run this one back up. But if we break through support and this is quickly moving down the 50-day moving average and it's getting closer to bearish territory, then the bears have accomplished two things. They broke through the support level to break through newer lows, and they broke through the 50-day moving average, obtaining bearish territory, and now this could be on its way to newer lows and newer support levels. So that's something to bear in mind and keep in mind. So I want to emphasize how important it is to pay close attention to the behavior of the stock if 425.35 is crossed, right, in a downward direction, and then the bears are going to try to break through the 50-day moving average and pull themselves as far down as possible away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. And I want to emphasize how important it is for 434.13 to be broken through by the bulls to hit newer highs and new resistance levels. They need to turn that into a support to continue the run and the momentum. As always, if you feel encouraged or inclined to subscribe, please do so. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. And by subscribing, don't forget to click on the bell, because by clicking on the bell, you can turn on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post, and share this with all your friends, and don't miss out on the video that's about to pop up. In the video that's about to pop up, I highly encourage you guys to click on it and check it out if you haven't already. To my subscribers or first-time viewers watching, check out that video. I talk about the S&P 500 and how the S&P 500 index is actually going to be rising on specific dates due to the Federal Reserve pumps. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, on the dates of the pumps, the S&P 500 rises several points, and within the S&P 500 index, there's 500 ticker symbols moving up with the index, and they're moving anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. So definitely check out the video. I go into more detail about it, and 30 cents to $3 per share may not sound like a lot, but those are profits, and profits are profits, as I always say. Whether it's $1 turned into $2 or $2 turned into $10, the point is getting $1 back for every dollar you put in, right? Or getting a percentage of what you put in back in a profitable manner. But check out the video. I'm not there to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just there to inform you guys on the great information that there's an opportunity to profit, and don't miss out on this information that many people are overlooking or don't even know about it. They're not even aware about it. And I'm here to break it down and share it with you guys to let you guys know that there is an opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.